Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Futures Trader here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications, get notified every time I put out a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over Earn2Trade and the Gauntlet Mini. Basically, what is this Gauntlet Mini? How does it relate to the world of futures trading? We're going to get into all of that and more in this video. As always, I like to point out I have a website linked down below, CanadianFuturesTrader.ca. I keep it updated with articles about the futures trading market, specifically about the various funded trader evaluation programs, and of most interest, any current promotions and deals that companies are having, like Earn2Trade currently has a 40% off if you are seeing this in July 2021. But you can always visit my site and get the latest information on what is happening with Earn2Trade. Let's talk about the Gauntlet Mini. What is it? It is essentially Earn2Trade's funded trader evaluation program. You can see the highlights right here on the screen. Get funded after trading 15 days. So essentially, I'll paraphrase a little bit this before we go through it. You essentially trade for 15 days. You trade the futures markets. You pick your account size, and we're going to look at the account sizes here in a second. If you reach all the goals, you don't break any rules, you will receive a funded futures trading account. So as it says, trade 15 days. Those are 15 trading days. It is intraday, so it mentions here your intraday trading skills. It includes the beginner crash course, which they made available. I will say Earn2Trade is pretty much the only firm out of the various firms that I talk about that actually has a very extensive education materials available to the traders. Honestly, I would say none of the other firms have anything whatsoever. So if you are someone who's new to futures trading, that alone is pretty valuable. And they put out quality content, I'll say. And there's short courses, like short little few-minute videos about topics, medium-sized being, about 10 minutes. And then there's full-on webinars that are about an hour as well. So that's just an aside. You do get a free Journalytics account. I believe it's for 30 days while you're in the evaluation. Journalytics is terrific. They are actually a product of Jigsaw Trading, and I am a big Jigsaw trading user. I trade using Jigsaw Day Trader. So simulate trading futures. Essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying out. So you'll be trading futures as if you're trading a real account, except it's in the sim environment. So it's using real market data, real-time data, and again, if you can prove your worth on the sim, you pass, you don't break any rules, you get a funded account. As it mentions right here, strict risk management, that's part of the rules. We'll get to the rules. And last point, I've already said it a few times, succeed and you get funded by a proprietary trading firm. Let's look at the different levels of Gauntlet Minis. So when you sign up to take the Gauntlet Mini, you get to choose which account size you want to sign up for. Obviously, the bigger the account size, you get more contracts to trade. There's higher profit goals and targets as well. There's also bigger drawdowns available to you. So it's really what you feel comfortable trading with and what you think your own specific needs are. Now, there is a fee, obviously, to sign up to take the Gauntlet Mini. And the fee is once a month. Now, you could obviously pass. It's 15 trading days. You could pass within a 1 month period. But if you're someone who does want to take more time, maybe you don't have the availability to trade every single day, that's okay too. You don't have to have 15 consecutive days whatsoever. So I will mention the prices you see here along the bottom are as of July 2021, and they already reflect 40% off. So Earn2Trade is running a 40% off all account sizes in July 2021. When you use the link down below, that discount is automatically applied in future months. As long as you use the link below, you'll always get whatever the current promotion is, whatever the lowest price is. And I will say too, Earn2Trade is generous enough to give me a special 20% off anytime, any account. So if there is no current sale on a specific account size that you're interested in, you'll always at least get 20% off using my link. So just keep that in mind. Basically, if you click the link, you're going to get the lowest price. As you can see here, 25K, 50, 75, 100, 150. So you have a pretty big range selection here of what size account you want to go for. I myself tend to favor the bigger size accounts, just my opinion, but everybody should absolutely choose what makes the most sense to them. The profit goal obviously scales up as well depending on the account size, anywhere from $1,750 up to $9,000. EOD drawdown, which stands for end of day, and I should mention too, if you hover over any of these boxes, you see the additional information pop up here on the right, so you can read for yourself. End of day drawdowns, that means the most your account could ever be drawn down is $1,500, and it's updated at the end of every day. So let's say you make $1,000 your very first day, your drawdown will reflect that and be pulled up by $1,000 as well. So your minimum account balance, instead of being $23,500, and where I come up with that number is $25,000 less the initial starting drawdown, which is $1,500. $23,500 would now be $24,500 if you brought it up by $1,000. Your daily loss limit is another number you need to keep in mind. So at most, during any given day, whatever your starting balance is, this is the most that you could lose. So let's just think of day one. You're more concerned about the 550. You're not so much concerned about the 1,500 because the most you could lose before you break a rule is 550. So always keep this number in mind. So follow the progression ladder. Let's take a quick look at that one. So you can go to the facts and see what is the progression ladder. Essentially what it is let's again use the 25K account as an example. From 0 profit to 1,500, you can trade 2 contracts. Once you surpass the 1,500, you can then trade the full 3 contracts. So you see on the main screen here where it says follow the progression ladder and it says up to 3 contracts. You need to be very careful with that. So make sure you're only trading, in the 25K example, 2 contracts until you reach that initial kind of 1,500 profit. Then you can scale up to 3. What essentially it is doing is helping you manage your risk. You know, you can't get out of control and trade too many contracts. And obviously the bigger accounts is where that's really going to come into factor a little bit more. So for example, I'm doing 150K evaluation. So I can only trade 4 contracts to start with, and then once I hit different profit goals, I can scale up 4, 6, 8, and then finally up to 15. But I probably don't want to be trading 15 when I'm first starting out because, believe me, things move pretty quick when you're trading 15 contracts. So I consider this actually a good thing, not a bad thing. So let's look at some of these other things that come along with it, and I see the word free a lot, so we like free stuff. Finamark license. So Finamark is a web-based trading platform. Now, it completely works fine. It's fantastic. A lot of people, though, tend to typically go something more like the NinjaTrader or the MetaTrader. I personally use Jigsaw Day Trader. So there's lots of options out there, and you can connect all of those to the Rithmic data feed that you get with your account. But if you just want a simple kind of web-based trading platform, Finamark works fantastic. Educational content. So I mentioned that sort of beginner's course that is included. I added it up once. It was over 100 hours worth of content. It's quite a bit of amount of content. Data fees are covered, so there's no data fees in the evaluation. There is once you get funded, but that's more or less standard, I would say, with most of the companies. Journalytics license, I mentioned that early on. Journalytics put out by Jigsaw Trading, who I'm a big fan of. It's essentially, I mean, the name kind of says it. It's a trade journaling software. It's a great way to really dig in and look at your statistics of your trading. And then there's your monthly subscription fees. So you choose your account size, you sign up. Very shortly thereafter, you will have all your account credentials to log in and get started. And that is essentially what is the Gauntlet Mini in just a few minutes. Hopefully that was of use to anyone who was searching out what is the Gauntlet Mini, who is Earn2Trade, how does this whole proprietary funded trader evaluation world work. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Send me an email. Links down below to my website. I have a contact page. Fill in the form or just send me an email from there. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I've been through the Gauntlet Mini. I've been in the funded trader evaluation space now about 1.5 years, I would say. I've funded with several companies. Happy to answer any questions. I know it can seem very confusing, sometimes daunting at first, but really, once you get into it, it's really not that difficult, and it's actually quite rewarding to go through a funded trader evaluation program, pass, and you get a funded account. I'm going to leave you with that, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.